How you doing? Let's take a minute today, talk about spray, both nutritional spray and disease spray for my mango trees. And people, when they come out to my property, which I don't do very often, but they always say, man, your trees look so green, lush, healthy. The leaves look nice and everything looks great. Let me show you a couple of these trees really quick before we get on to the sprays. So this tree right here is a golden queen. Um, just looks nice, healthy leaves, very little bit of insect damage, not too much. I don't worry about a tiny little bit. You can't worry about every bit of it. Sea Siam over here, looking good, blooming, getting ready to happen for me this upcoming season. Over here is Mahachinook, absolutely full of mangoes this season. I'm excited for it. Now let's go talk about those sprays, okay? Hey, stop right here. I need you to take a minute and like, subscribe wherever those buttons are. Thank you. So here's a bunch of the products that I use. These are the liquid products, and I'm going to show you the liquid a little bit. I may not tell you the name, and then I'm going to show you the granular. But where have I sort of come up with all of this? I have come up with this through consultations from industry leaders. Let's say it that way. And if you want to know who, I'll gladly tell you. Tropicaltreeguide.com. He is a master gardener and he is available for consultation. You got to check out his website, tropicaltreeguide.com. I've also had consultations, a couple with Alex at Tropical Acres Farms, and also with Har. Everybody knows Har very well from just Tropical Fruit Community and Palm Beach Rare Fruit Council. And so I've had consultations with all of these people at various points in time. And this is sort of what we've come up with for things to do. All right, one of the first products I use here is for calcium. Calcium helps with the cell development, if I remember correctly. I don't remember everything. Anyway, calcium helps the just better fruit, cell development. Generally, apply it with a little bit of boron. The other thing I wanted to mention is like take account how much product I'm sort of putting into the trees, and then you start to do the math. is it's Yeah, do the math on it. Anyway, this little bottle of calcium. This is CalMag, and gives it a little bit of iron in there. So that's one. Next one is a boron product. Boron here in South Florida is pretty deficient in our soils. The tree needs it, and it kind of doesn't stay in the tree once it gets in the tree. So you got to apply a couple times a year, especially during the fruiting season. Boron's one of them. And this one, root stimulator. This I only use for my younger trees. So if you've been following me, I just planted a bunch of trees, so I used just a little bit of root stimulator. I believe in healthy soil, so I'm all about like compost tea and things. And so, which reminds me, I have another delivery today of liquid compost. So this isn't even all the products because I got another delivery, I think today. Maybe I should wait and get it added to this video. Anyway, this is a soil revitalizer product. So I just throw this in with the soil, mix it up according to the directions. Um, Here's a product, and you're like, what is it? I'm not going to tell you. Maybe no, I don't know. Anyway, this is a product that I use. It's supposed to help increase the sweetness of the fruit. That's what it's sort of advertised. Enhances taste and bloom quality. So enhances flavor and increases photosynthesis. Now, another thing that you'll notice is right there on the cap, see what I've done? I do that on every bottle of anything that I get. I just go ahead and mark what it is, my ratio. I have a 3-gallon tank. Generally, I always fill that 3-gallon tank up. So these are the products I've already showed you. So I mark it on there, and I also mark whether it's a foliar or whether it's a drench for the soil. This is a copper that I use. Notice it's in a bag. No, I don't use a liquid copper that comes out of Home Depot. This is a copper that I get from like a farm store or agricultural store. It's a much higher quality copper or percentage, I believe 40%. I'd have to get, oh, there it is on this side. Let me see what it is. I mean, if you read the copper on the other stuff, 40 copper hydroxide, 46% metallic copper equivalent 30%. So metallic copper equivalent 30%. And I'd have to go in and get my glasses because I don't see them on, they're not. Anyway, you're like, why do you need glasses? Well, because if I show you the other stuff, which, give me a minute, like this is something that's commonly available at Home Depot. And the percentage of copper here is like, I don't know, 1%, 0.8%. Is that what I see? I gotta get my glasses. 30-40% copper on this other stuff, 1% copper, if my glasses are right. Let's see, it's even worse, 0.00, yeah. So anyway, the big box stores, so actually what I've done is I'll mix a little bit of that powdered copper that's wettable liquid, and I'll put it actually in here. I have the ratio that I know to bring it up to a really much more effective product. Okay. What else do I use? I use a sticking agent. That's so a sticking agent. Now I'm not going to tell you which spreader sticker I use, but it is a sticking agent. And again, I've marked it on there. How much per tank? I've marked it everywhere. This is a huge thing. This is one that's used for me to help treat anthracnose. Lots of anthracnose. Tree health. Another product, just tree health. A nutritional and foliar spray. A different spreader sticker. And there's reasons why I use two different spreader stickers. I'll use this one at one time of the year and I use another one at the other time of the year. Now you're like, but man, you're not showing me any of this product. You're right, because, well, honestly, Tropical Tree Guide and Tropical Acres and HAR and some of these people, like, these are consultation level bits of information that they make their living off of this. And for me, I mean, this is not a full-time living. I enjoy it. I'm good. I feel I'm good at it. My customers say I'm pretty good. Anyway, when the customers, I mean the people who order, because yes, I sell these things, ship them all over the country, except California. Then anyway, so that's another one. This is my sulfur. And you're like, with sulfur, I'll be honest, I have this one and the other one, the bone-eyed one, the orange one is more available. This one I just used because it was available at the store. I'll give a shout out to my local little garden center. I went to Uncle Bem's. It's an old school place, really throwback, but this is what they had in stock, so I needed something. And if we start to do the math on these products, which I'm not going to do math in my head, but that one's 15, that one was around 30, that one was around 30, those are around 15 each, 15, 15, 15. That one was around 60. Whew, which one is this one? That was 56. That was 75. That one was, let me come over here and look. Which one was this one? I mean, it adds up. It adds up. And that's only the other stuff. Now, my neighbor's dog. Hey, Bailey, can you not pee on my stuff? I hope you don't. Anyway, now I'm gonna put all this back in the garage, and now I might get out some of the other stuff that I use, which is like the granular. Here's some of the bagged products, the granular products that I'll spread out around the trees. Let's go over them real briefly. Sulfur. I use sulfur because I have really high pH on my soil, so that helps lower that pH down, which then helps with nutrient absorption in the roots. Azomite. Azomite is a rock dust mineral that I spread around the tree. By spreading around the tree, I'm adding these minerals to the soil that are going to make the trees nice and happy. Gypsum. Gypsum is a lot of calcium in here. And again, what is that calcium doing? It's helping the uptake of nutrients and uptake of minerals into the through the roots, into the trunk, and into that mango. So those mangoes can become as sweet as we can get them. I should skip this one right now. I'll go over here first. So this is an 8-2-12 that I get. And this 8-2-12 I use on my younger trees. So if the tree is 3 to 4 years old or younger, it's generally going to get this. After 3-4 years, once that tree is large enough in size, then I move back over here. I do the 0316. So the big difference here is no nitrogen. That's the biggest difference. And this has micronutrients. That one does too, I believe. But this 0316 has no nitrogen. And why is that important? Because down here where I'm at in South Florida, between the lightning, which is going to put nitrogen into the air, between constantly cutting the grass, because our cutting season is a little slower in the winter, granted, but it is 12-month mowing season down here. So we're constantly cutting grass. Those grass clippings are nitrogen. It's going back into the soil. So our trees really get enough nitrogen. In addition to that, some of the products that I use, like one of the liquid products, I believe it's the Southern Ag Citrus Spray. That has nitrogen in it also, and a couple other ones will have a very small nitrogen number, like a 1. So the trees are happy with a low nitrogen number. So that was the 8-2-12. And this is the K-Mag 0022. And then I'll also use K-Mag or a different one of 00 like high, like 50. Just trying to help those roots out. The better the roots, just the better the nutrition on everything and gets everything moving. Petra HD 3000. So this is a 3-gallon battery operated tank that I use. It does not have an agitator for those who are really wondering. Wish it did, but it does not. After this season, I am most likely going to upgrade to a larger 15 to 20 gallon tank with an agitator that I can put on a cart because, well, let's just say at 3 gallons, and a gallon weighs about 8 pounds, so that's 24 pounds plus the weight of this. And I get on a 10-foot ladder, and I'm getting, let's just say, too old to climb a 10-foot ladder with 30 pounds on your back. So that's the product that I use mostly here on my mangoes. And the reason we do this is I just want the best health of those trees. The healthier the trees, the happier the tree, the happier tree, the better mango. So when you guys order from me, you are getting some of the best mangoes that can be provided out of South Florida. And you know, I'm growing now over 50 varieties of mango. Not all of them are shipping because some of them are still really small. But think last season we shipped 30. So I shipped 30 different varieties of mango for everybody. And you can feel free to check me out, backyardmangoes.com. And literally, it's what it is. I have my backyard and another backyard that I use. I also do work with another gentleman who's got a few trees, and we're able to get all these mangoes out. But yeah, we have a lot of effort and time and energy between spraying the trees every 10 days during season, between putting out fertilizers as needed, and other nutritional things. We do it to, try to make the best mangoes we can.